Hello and welcome back to the ongoing adventures of Miss Vanessa in this cold and cruel world. As you might have noticed, our house has become a small bit bigger. Not much. I mean, it's a little bigger than twice its size. Actually, I'd say it's 150% the size it was before. Ooh, that's amazing. Worthless trivia. Anyway, Vanessa has been working on her home, and we've got a nice little room for, I guess, just chests at this point. We got some water cooking up on the still, and outside of that, I mean, not much has happened. Our berry bushes have apparently grown, which is amazing, might I note. We'll just let those do their thing over there. And I think we should probably go explore the southern area, probably after we have some actual water on us. That is kind of important. So what should we do in the meantime? We could get ourselves some vines from these trees, because these vines are really useful for getting cordage. Is that an exceptional vine? Wow. Wow, have you ever seen a vine as exceptional as that particular vine right there? I don't think so. Never happened. That is probably the greatest vine one has ever seen. Maybe even better than, I don't know. Did Indiana Jones ever use a vine as a whip? I feel like that might be a thing. What the heck is this thing, by the way? This is quite an interesting object here. Unfortunately, there are multiple sharks. Why did we get in the water? Why did we get in the water? Vanessa, don't get in the water with sharks. Are you joking? What is that? Is that a boat? Kind of looks like a broken down boat. Well, we have to get the sharks out of here, and I'm not sure how we actually do that. But we've just found the boat of Majesty? Question mark? I don't really know. What is that? Is that a glass bottle? Got a message in a bottle? Well, what's the message? An old instructional scroll. The tattered sheets of paper with some roughly scribbled instructions and diagrams. What do we got? You learned how to create a raw clay blowpipe. Well, I'm gonna level with you in the end. That's not that amazing. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but did anyone here, if you did, just raise your hand, did anyone ask for a raw clay blowpipe? Because if you did, you're the worst, and you should leave, because I'm gonna level with you. We don't need a raw clay blowpipe. That's ridiculous. I don't even know in what situation we would want a raw clay blowpipe. Quite frankly, blowpipes are not effective weapons when you have, I don't know, bows on your hands. Those are pretty effective weapons and significantly better than a raw clay blowpipe. My word. Well, we got an arrowhead, which is a thing. I think, are we back to where we've been before? No, we're still exploring new areas. Totally should have gotten water before we came over here. Unfortunately, we are going to have to suffer a bit of dehydration because I forgot to get our water, and we got distracted by a giant ship of Majesty, I believe it was. I don't even know. What does it matter what the particular name of the ship is? For all we know, it's SS Limbargo, the great Scandinavian warship? Did we just try to start a fire on our sword? We totally just tried to start a fire on our sword. Supposed to use a hammer on that. Vanessa, do not try to set your sword on fire. First off, it's not going to work because it's made of metal. And oddly enough, metal doesn't burn that easily. You need a lot more than a, like, what is that, wood plow to actually start a fire? Come on now. Jeez, Vanessa. Let's gather a bit more water here because there seems to be a good amount of fresh water. And we can just turn this all into nice, actual, fresh, purified water. Now we are unlikely to die of dehydration. I don't know, for at least 5 minutes. No promises that we'll live beyond 5 minutes, though. I mean, you really never know in this game. For all we know, the ghosts could arise from those stairwells and try to murder us, which would not be my favorite thing in the world, but if the ghosts do arrive... Is that a rat? Hello, rat. I know the rat's gonna come for us, so we gotta prep the sword. I ain't running from no rat. tiny little rat, though, isn't it? I feel like the normal rats are much larger. Oh, I guess it was just a normal rat. I guess we just murdered a normal rat for no particular reason. No, that was totally a tiny rat. There are tiny rats? Is there any bonus to killing tiny rats, or are you just considered a terrible person for doing it? Because if there is a bonus, I'd be happy. If not, I don't really care all that much. I mean, it's fine either way. What is this? This is cotton. Okay. This is cotton, and it does appear that we get cotton seeds from it. So maybe we should collect some of this cotton. Because I'm sure we could make, like, I don't know, a blouse or something. Do you want a blouse, Vanessa? I don't know if Vanessa wants a blouse or even particularly cares. Vanessa probably doesn't care and would rather prefer something of, I don't know, some actual value over, like, what the heck? A blouse? A blouse is not going to be useful here. Oh no, we left our door open. Hello? Well, there's nothing in here, so I count that as not a terrible mistake, given that nothing has been damaged. It appears that no one is in here, and we are quite happy at this point. Vanessa, please remember to close your door in the future. Jeez. Okay. So do we need to start a cotton farm now? By do we need to start a cotton farm, I mean, we're going to start a cotton farm. It's going to happen. We're going to make tons of cotton. I don't know why we would want to make a cotton farm, but I'm going to guess there's some use for cotton that we have yet to figure out. That is no doubt vital, and had we known about this earlier, all the great woes of our civilization. Vanessa, would you plant the freaking seeds in the ground? It's not that hard. They're too damaged to attempt to plant. Can you eat them? Eat the seeds, Vanessa. That's what you get. Eating cotton seeds. Pretty sure cotton seeds are not delicious. Vanessa deserved that for having not succeeded at actually planting something. What is this? Cotton fabric? What can we do with this? We can make bandages. Dude, that's serious stuff. That's no joke there. Making bandages is pretty key. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a good reason to have a cotton farm. There we go. We've just done something good today, people. We started a cotton farm. It's not like it's good for the world or anything. I mean, I don't think the world particularly cares whether or not we have a cotton farm. I think it's all the same to them. But I mean, we've done something good for us, and that's about as good as we can ask for at this point. Okay, let's go see if the sharks are still over by the mysterious ship of Majesty, and perhaps isn't it Scandinavian? Did I say it's Scandinavian? I can't remember what nationality I gave it. I think it was Scandinavian. Hello. What is this? A stone shovel and some tanned leather. I guess that's good. I mean, kind of ambivalent about that entire thing. I mean, at least we found it. That's pretty cool. And I think we've been all the way around the island at this point. It is a pretty big island. That being said, you can walk around it in one day, so it's not actually that big. And when you think about it, an island of that size, how long can it support one singular Vanessa? I'm not certain a small island can support a Vanessa for very long. This is quite concerning. I wonder as our clock ticks down how much time poor Vanessa has before her eventual murder. Well, we don't have to terribly think about that. I mean, pretty sure we have more than 5 minutes, and that's good enough. What is this, more talc? Nobody cares about talc. Get your talc out of here. Talc is worthless. I guess we could use more iron. And then we have a torch. We have a sword. And if we get more iron, we can get some, like, actual armor. Combining all 3 of those together. It was 3 things, right? I can't even remember. Good lord. I must have some sort of, like, I'm pretty sure I have short-term memory loss at this point. This is pretty bad. Guys, I'm sorry, I have short-term memory loss. I can't possibly guide Vanessa to the right places because, of course, I have no clue where they are because hashtag short-term memory loss. Not the best. Would you... Slime, calm your face. Calm your face. There we go. The slime calmed its face. Mostly because we bashed a sword into its face, but, I mean, close enough. It's a fossil. What is the use of a fossil? Give me some information about this. A carbonized fossil of a species long since extinct. Carbon? Can we make steel? Dude, can we make steel though? Because if we can make steel, we do need carbon in order to make steel. I believe that's a very important part of the whole steel making process. Oh, this could be of great use to us. Vanessa, drop the giant rocks you have. They are of no use to us. We need to move quickly, Vanessa. Come on. Well. Perhaps we should bring some of our carbon over to... Oh, Vanessa, you just picked up more rocks. What'd I say about picking up rocks? It's very bad, Vanessa. Rocks are bad for you. Also, don't eat them, but I'm pretty sure Vanessa wasn't thinking of eating them to begin with, so... You know. What is this? This fungus. Tree fungus. A semi-hard chunk of fungus grown from a tree and possibly edible. What do you mean possibly edible? Look, I don't like the prospects of possibly edible. You know what happens half the time you eat something that's possibly edible? All of your insides end up on the outsides. And I'm gonna tell you, mate, I would say 90% of the time that's not a good thing. There's a 5% of the time where it's really good, but I wouldn't bet at any moment that it's gonna be that 5% of the time. Don't worry, Rabbit. Oh, wait. Rabbit, you do actually have to worry. I was gonna say I wasn't gonna kill you, but unfortunately, I seem to be quite hungry. And your flesh looks quite succulent, Rabbit. Get over here, Rabbit. I ain't having this. There we go. There we go. We have harvested the succulent flesh of a rabbit. Don't worry, people. It deserved it. It was a terrible, like, I don't know, child-eating rabbit. Not to say that there's actually any children here to be eaten, but that's a technicality, and we don't need to worry about that. Just understand that our murder of the rabbit was sanctified. It was perfectly fine. Just go with it. Just go with it. Okay. What do we need to do? We need some nice kindling and tinder. So let's get ourselves a few of these, a few of these. Although really we need 2 sets of kindling and tinder because we're gonna want to create a campfire, first off, to cook our succulent rabbit. We don't appear to actually have a utensil to cook said rabbit, which is a thing that you need, so we're gonna need to get a stick. And yes, a stick is considered to be a utensil. Get over it. There we go. Now we can cook a rabbit. Okay, so we're gonna cook a rabbit here. Bada boom. 1 try, Vanessa, on both of them. It's very good, Vanessa. Looks like you're moving up in the world. She's not moving up that far. You need to try harder, Vanessa. And then we can start up the furnace and perhaps find that it is possible somehow to create some form of steel? Yes, no? Well, let's get the rest of our steel out of here. Rest of our iron. We don't actually have any steel. There we go. Bada boom. Bada boom. Just keep going for it, Vanessa. All the wrought iron needs to be turned into delicious, well, I guess wrought iron. Yeah, that one. So we need I guess we can't make steel out of a bit of carbon. Well, here's a question. Perhaps we need some talc and stuff? Maybe we need to grind this down in some way into like a powder to put on the iron. Because I think, and I'm only guessing here because I don't actually know. What do you mean it's too heavy? My word, what is so heavy in your inventory? Jeez, people, come on now. As I was going to say, I don't exactly know how to make steel because, you know, I don't have to make steel. It's not a thing I do. Jeez, people, come on now. But, I do believe you need some sort of carbon-rich object. And you need to infuse said carbon into the iron. So let's just see if we can get for ourselves. How do we make smooth stone? 1 times sharpened rock. Oh, I see. Okay. Because I think we need a couple smooth stone to create a mortar and pestle. Carbon powder. Okay, there we go. That's closer to what I'm looking for. So we got for ourselves a bunch of carbon powder. And then there's tannins. We don't need tannins. Giblets. I gotta love giblets. I guess we need some talc. Is that talc up there? I don't know if this is talc or not. Let's check it out. Hey, are you talc? I can't see you because you're behind a rock, which apparently Vanessa can't see through because she's terrible. Jeez, Vanessa, come on now. Oh, hold up. That's all the stuff that's taking all the weight in our inventory. It's a bunch of iron. I'm sorry, Vanessa. That's totally a legitimate thing to fill your inventory with. I think I've been annoying Vanessa for no reason. It's okay to annoy Vanessa if there's a legitimate reason, but if there's no reason to annoy Vanessa, I mean, I think we should leave her to her own. Vanessa, there we go. That's how you do it. Now we've got some talcum powder. Well, we tried. That did not create any form of steel for us, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it would show up in our inventory, and not so much. Well, at least we got a bunch of iron. I mean, that's something, right? Guess it's a thing. Chalky and absorbent to the touch, an agent required for casting advanced metals. Well, we tried. We can turn on the nice forge and make ourselves some delicious armor, because that will be, my friends, a great thing. We'll get all the stinking armor in the world, and then, maybe then, we'll be able to actually challenge the underground denizens. I don't know if we're supposed to challenge the underground denizens. I mean, I'm just guessing because it makes sense. It's generally what you do in a video game. You go and challenge the underground denizens. And I mean, they exist, so you might as well, you know, have a little tussle with them. I guess that's how it works. Do we fight things just because they exist? Let's just go with it. Okay. We need a helmet. We need a gorget. I said a gorget. There we go. We need greaves. We need gauntlets. And we can't get anything else that we need. Singular tier, Vanessa. Singular tier. In the very least, we got most of a suit of armor, which is actually pretty good. That's pretty good. We could also totally make a leather belt, but I can't be asked. It's too much effort. Oh, we could totally finish it off with... We do need to finish that off. Look, we have enough iron to actually make a finished product here, but not the finished product you may believe that we want to make. We don't want to make the boots, which you might think is exactly what we want. No, 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 my friends. We want to make the shield, because the shield is going to be way more important. Oh, did we only get 1 wrought iron out of that? Oh, we broke our... Okay, no. We broke our hammer. That's unfortunate. Our hammer has been broken to pieces. We have no hope. No hope at all. And we also don't have any stone in our house, which is kind of strange. We seem to leave all of our stone out here. Not that kind of stone. Jeez. There we go. Vanessa, stop trying to beat trees down with your hands. I know you want to be cool and all that, but that is way overdoing it, Vanessa. There we go. Bada boom. shield, bada boom, sword, mostly a suit of wrought iron, and pretty much full health, meaning we are actually in a good position to try to challenge the denizens of the deep to a battle royale like nobody's business. And of course, we also have a torch. Don't forget the torch. That's important too. It's in here. We found it on the ground. A bark torch. Boom. There we go. I think we are now ready to challenge les denizens of the deep, which I guess is one way to say it. I immediately regret having said it that way. That's terrible. That's kind of the worst. Anyway, that will bring us for now to the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, of course, we shall go into the depths. See if we can't, not be murdered by a ghost this time, because that'd be great. I don't want to be murdered by a ghost. That's kind of terrible. On my scale of things that I want to do, I'm pretty sure being murdered by a ghost is somewhere below getting attacked by a raccoon, and getting attacked by a raccoon is pretty high up there. So, not the best. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching, and of course, enjoy the rest of your day.